So as we get towards the end of the year, it's common for businesses and channels and everybody to re-examine things that they did all year. And you might have noticed a little less publishing lately on this channel, and I'm going to explain why and what we're going to do about that. When we first started making videos for this channel, it was basically we were trying to recreate some of my favorite dishes from before I went plant-based. And that's all fine and good. There's nothing wrong with that. And over time, it evolved in its own ways and turned into different things. And we've tried a few different lifestyle choices, if you will, as far as plant-based eating, because you do realize that there's more than one way to eat plant-based, right? Like you can be completely 100% plant-based and have different values, meaning you can do like more of the processed foods. You can be high carb. You can be higher fat. You can do all sorts of things. There's a lot of different ways to go. And unfortunately, here's what's been going on. Both of us have gained weight. For me, I gained about 10 pounds in the last couple of months. Now, granted, we went to Belgium and France and just basically ate our way through those two countries. I'll admit it. It was awesome, but we put on some weight. And I was slowly dropping weight, but then gaining weight. And I go back and forth a lot. This is part of why I'm plant-based, is because I'm diabetic. So what I have found in all the research that I did, and, everybody has their own opinions, but what I found in the research I did was that a whole food plant-based diet is probably going to be my best option, especially given the things that I like to eat. I like pasta. I like rice. I like beans. I like grains. I like all that stuff. So if I want to be able to eat those things, this is probably the diet that I need to do. And I'm cool with that. Okay. I just want to be clear. But we went with what was kind of popular or, just kind of easy to do, like burgers and sausages and stuff like that, that wasn't necessarily the best for you option, but we were doing it and it worked and people liked it. And after a while, we had a couple of ideas. Like one of them, I was going to make a breakfast sausage again, and it was going to have methyl cellulose in it, and it was going to have TVP or textured vegetable protein in it. And we never made the video. I actually asked in the Chef's Table, which is our group on Facebook, what do you guys think? And nobody really had a problem with it. But I know in the past, people have had problems with methyl cellulose. They've had problems with textured vegetable protein. They've questioned several different ingredients. And recently, we've opened up and started using like Impossible meats and things like that. And I started really feeling guilty about this because we weren't eating this way every day. Okay. This was what we were putting on the show. And I thought, but this is kind of not true anymore. Like this isn't really what we eat. We do eat that way from time to time, but not every day. And it just kind of felt like we weren't being honest with the viewers. We were showing things that might get more views, but wasn't necessarily a good idea. And this all came to a head when I had someone say they wanted to learn more about our recipes because they're trying to eat healthy. And that really hit me because I realized at that moment, people infer that if you're eating vegan or plant-based, it's automatically healthier than an omnivore diet. And it's just not true. Okay. That is just not universally true, I should say. You can eat healthier on an omnivore diet than on a plant-based diet, just like you can eat healthier on a plant-based diet than on an omnivore diet. It's more in what you eat, not the style of eating that you do. So because of that, some of the things that we're looking to do are A, we want to lose weight, and B, I want to be able to, curb my diabetes because the numbers are getting worse. I'm not happy with the way things are going. So I want to be able to control that a bit better. As a result, that makes me want to produce healthier recipes. Okay. We've never really been a health food channel. We've never really gone that route. And I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not qualified to really tell you this is healthy and that's not. But what we're going to do is this. We're going to use a lot less processed foods when we make things. You're going to see a lot less diet cheese. You're going to see probably no Impossible meats and things like that. We're going to make all the things ourselves. We're still going to be using some soy. We're still going to be using tofu. We're still going to be probably still using vital wheat gluten and even textured vegetable protein and soy chunks because those things are actually okay for you. Are they truly whole food plant-based? It's debatable, but they're good sources of protein and I'm still going to use them. However, not every single video. A lot of videos are going to be more about actual vegetables, actual plant-based foods, and making them in ways that maybe you didn't think of, but that makes it interesting and more nutritious. We're also going to put the nutrition guide on the recipes so that you can see this has this much fat, this many calories, this much sodium, all the nutrients. So to me, that's kind of an important thing. It really is kind of being responsible to the audience. That way you get to see, based on the ingredients that we gave, is this a healthy thing for you or not? Because for me to tell you it's healthy is one thing, but if you look at those nutrients and you decide it's healthy, now you're winning. If you decide that that's not for you, skip that recipe, move on to the next one. But because of the whole food, plant-based, essentially no oil diet, you might see a spray here and there, but we're going to try to use a lot less oils and added fats. That is a key to, helping to keep diabetes in check, is a low-fat, higher carb diet. So you're going to see more things like that because we actually like to eat that way. And Derica really doesn't like it when I use extra oils and things like that. And it's not helping my diabetes. So why do it? Mostly because that's how I learned to cook. I learned to use olive oil. I learned to use fats to do this and to do that. And it's training your brain kind of thing to not use those things. So I'm going to lean more towards the carbs and remind myself that I still get to eat pasta and bread sometimes and go that way instead of leaning on the heavily processed foods and stuff like that. So that's the major change that we're going to be doing on the channel, is leaning more towards healthful foods, easier foods, things that are really easy to make, things that you can get all the ingredients at your local grocery store, things that don't have a million ingredients, things that generally don't come in a package. If you have to read the ingredients, that means it came in a package. Maybe that's not something that we want to use as much. Now, tofu comes in a package, just as an example. But I think you're getting the idea. We're going to use a lot more fresh food, a lot more fresh vegetables and things like that we can add into the dishes to make them more flavorful, to make them more interesting. And, things that you can make quickly, things that maybe are going in the air fryer, things for the crock pot, things for the Instant Pot. All these different recipes are things that we want to work on, and how to just keep yourself motivated while eating a plant-based diet to want to keep eating a plant-based diet. I'll be honest, I've had a lot of days where I'm just frustrated because my numbers don't look good. I gained weight as of yesterday, even though I walked 4 miles today. I don't understand what's going on. Why is this happening? And the only thing I can attribute to is I eat too much. I've always been a big eater. I like to have a full plate of food. I like to feel full when I'm done eating. I can't do I don't have to eat more. I'm like, no, I need to roll away from the table when I'm done eating. I need to adjust that. But on a whole food plant-based diet, when you're eating a lot of non-starchy vegetables, you can do that. You can stuff yourself with broccoli, and you're probably not going to ever be able to overeat broccoli. So working on things like that, trying to make a big plate, but still have the calorie counts and the fat counts and things like that still in line. I hope some of this is making sense. This is the direction that we want to go with the channel. Of course, you're still going to see some burgers and things like that. They're going to be made a little healthier, and we're going to give you all the nutrients on it so that you can see. And we're really aiming towards making super easy, very tasty meals that anybody can do, that you can sustain yourself on a plant-based diet. So that's the gist. If you have any questions about what I'm talking about here, or any comments or suggestions for things that you might want us to do on this channel, please leave them in the comments below. And we wish you a happy 2025 and beyond. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on The Bistro.